This paint edger only costs a few dollars and look how amazing it works. So why do they always have such terrible reviews? I did some research and I found out there's two main complaints with them, so let me show you what they are so you can avoid them. This product will save you so much time and money, and I believe that nothing will produce a line as nice as this gives you. Complaint number 1, paint on your ceiling. This is why it happens, and here's how to avoid it. If you dip the pad right into your paint tray, you will get way too much paint on it. You'll either get paint behind the pad, on top of the pad, or on the rollers. Instead, apply the paint to your roller and then the roller to the pad. Number 2 is that using these can create a line down your wall. Here's a review of a photo that I'm talking about. There's 2 things that are going to help avoid this. Number 1 is to not apply too much pressure and not to put your paint on too thin. Number 2 is to go back with your roller and get as close to the ceiling as you can to reapply the texture. You can use your pad and dab, dab, dab. If you're worried about touching the ceiling with the paint roller, this is the best method. I'm using my terrible unfinished bathroom as an example, but you can see that the people who previously lived here, I think they must have used paint tape and white oozed underneath and created this thick, ugly edge. You can see that this tool did not create a line for me even without doing that extra step because I had enough paint on my pad and I wasn't pushing extremely hard. I also run it back and forth a few times to create a smooth finish and to hit all the areas without having to push hard. Some may argue that paint tape and caulk are superior, but I do not feel that they are. Here's an example in my house of where I used paint, tape, and caulk. You can see that it created a thicker edge that almost shows a divide between the two surfaces. This method works great when you are separating 2 different colors, but when you are using it up against the ceiling or on a baseboard, I do prefer this tool. Follow me for more DIY building and tips like these.